So welcome to Challenge the Road and the Subaru Impreza. We've had the 22B. I've done the deal with my brother. I said, look, give me your normal standard Impreza and I'll give you the 22B for the weekend. And obviously he was flat out round to mine because it took a bit of time. I keep asking him to lend it to me and he kept saying, no, I'm not lending it to you. So I said, well, 22B then. Deal was done in a nanosecond. So we're in it. What does it feel like? Actually feels really good, considering I haven't driven one of these for a while. This is a 1998 Subaru Impreza, 2 litre, 4-cylinder turbo, 208 horsepower, about 214 for the torque. Feels really good actually to drive. Ride feels really nice. It's got that distinctive sound. So obviously it feels a lot slower than a 22B, but it feels good. And you see all those times I used to have driving these where it just flows with the road. I mean, look at this ride. It's just, what? I think this is better than my Range Rover. No wonder I used to love this car. Big steering wheel on these Imprezas. Gearbox feels nice. You can really rattle through the gears and you just got that noise. It's such a drivable car, this. And I know everyone wanted me to do this because obviously if you keep going in a 22B, you think that that's sort of where do you go, but these are still lovely cars. I think probably around, I saw one the other day actually, went for about 18k with 50,000 miles, and that was a 2000 car, and they would have been about 20 new. So can you believe that? It's almost back to the same price. These ones with a few more miles are probably around 8 to 12,000, but they are on the up, and if the 22Bs and these limited edition cars keep going up, these standard cars are going to start creeping up. So the main thing we wanted to know was, how does it drive? It drives nice. Let's just come down here. So on the brake, let's drop it into second. It's got that Subaru lean. Loads of grip. And it just fires you out. Exceptional car, this. It's funny, you have all these modern cars, you don't realise this just flows. And when we all bought this car, we all thought we were Colin McRae. Well, I did, and ended up in a lot of hedges like him. But yeah, I'm quite taken aback by this, really. Makes me want to buy one or get an RB5, because they're still 15 grand, aren't they? So clutch good, gearbox good, ride good, steering a lot looser than the 22B, and this feels like it should do. It's more comfortable, it's more road going. The 22B just wants to take your head off all the time. This, I feel like I could relax. That's why I used it all the time. I went fishing in these cars, had the rods out the window, done everything in the Subaru. My friends had Subarus. Steve Backley had the Subaru. He had the 5-door with the estate version. He loved it. I remember him saying, oh, I just love roundabouts in this Subaru. Such a good car. Well, it has shocked me a little bit because I didn't think it would be this good, and I have just come out of that Lancia Delta Evo 1, which was left-hand drive and a bit all over. So we've moved on a few years from that. So sort of 5 years on. I think the main characteristic of this car that I love is the engine. I love that flat 4, because even just sitting stationary, you can feel the car just moving. It's going do, 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 with that flat 4 boxer engine. And when you think 1995, Colin McRae was winning the World Championship, 4 million people were attending the RAC Rally. 4 million attending an outside event like that. It's not like that now. That's why these cars are such a cult car. But you just go 4,000, it just pulls you along. All the PlayStation era, all these things. I don't know what my brother's got planned for this car. I think he may respray it, but he's bought a brilliant car here. I cleaned all the engine for him, so it looks fantastic. I love that rear spoiler. So original cars had the low level one, and then everyone wanted the one that's just like a mid-rise spoiler, and it looks fantastic on the back. I love the blue mica, this dark blue. I had a dark blue mica one, put the gold wheels on, put Super Turismo wheels. But yeah, I can see that the cult following of Subarus just because the noise, the feeling of driving, and that's one of the keys. You feel like you are driving. You've got a lovely manual gearbox. Yeah, it's a fantastic place to be. Right, let's just run this through the gears a little bit. So this is third gear. Let's see what sort of pull we got on there. It's a lot more relaxed than, say, the 22B. I'm just amazed by the ride and how comfortable it is. You feel like you could drive a long way in this car, really enjoy it. I feel like I'd just drive down to Wales and go on their roads, drive all the way back. And I think that's the main factor I'm feeling. It's just compliance in the suspension. Like that bump there, hit that in other cars and it's like you've hit a wall. This, boom, nothing. And that's why I think we enjoyed these cars so much, because you could just travel everywhere. You don't have to keep thinking, oh bloody hell, burst the tyre. So I've got a 20 profile tyre. These are 50 profiles. You know, you can just go anywhere. Interior is obviously, it's like a funny material. It's a plasticky sort of vinyl-y, but it's functional. It's all I need. I'll tell you what, you put Apple CarPlay in this could be a daily. You know, you've got 4-wheel drive. It's a nice pickup in second there. Right, let's head down to some better roads down here and see how this suspension copes. Right, let's go over a bit more bumpy roads, a few crests. So here we go. Oh, like nothing's there. Down the little hill. Brakes don't really work. I think my brother needs to put some new pads on here. Yeah, coming into a nice bend here, drop it down in. Fantastic. Whether this is still running at 210, I'm not sure, but I think it needs a little bit of a tune up. He needs to get some pads on this that actually work, because the brakes are a bit spongy. So we drop it down to third, come down here. This bend sort of runs away from you, you drop it into second, you let the car load, and you feel that loading, and it goes. It's a lovely feeling. Again, braking down to second, just let that car just load on you. And you're through again. It's a beautiful car. I just love the way these older cars have got the suspension travel, so you actually lean on it and then it sort of fires you out. And it just feels nice. It makes you feel really involved, whereas the newer cars are so stiff now. They can't do that. Something I've done with that Challenge the Road Vantage, I've made it softer, more compliant. That's why everyone who's driving it's going, oh Richard, this is fantastic. Yes, because it's taking the bumps. It's not stiff like the other cars. Like the GT8 is so stiff it'd knock the ABS on. The CTR car doesn't. Right, let's just go through the gears again. So second. It just feels a nice speed all the time. Really nice to drive. Should I get another one? I can't have any more cars, surely. Good thing with this is it feels really safe, easy to drive, comfortable. They've done a really fantastic job with this car. Yeah, I'm quite shocked actually. I thought getting back in it, considering I haven't driven one since sort of 2002, and you know, I say a standard Impreza, but the standard Impreza is great. let's head back and let's just go around all the bodywork and all the interior on this car. So let's go round the outside of the Subaru Impreza. I love the front of this car. Lights look fantastic. The 2000 car had these little checkered design in them. They look really good. Love the big fog lamps. Here, getting as much air in as possible. The big scoop, you see that when you're driving. These are dummy plates in here, but they do just set off the bonnet a bit more. But yeah, I really like the front of this car. A lot of people put clear indicators, but I actually quite like the orange on there. But yeah, it's a lovely front of the car. So let's move to the engine. So we have the engine. I've cleaned all this for my brother. It looks fantastic now. Flat 4, 2 litre turbo. Original looking car. There's no dump valve or anything here. So it looks in really good order. Obviously when it first, I think this car was imported from New Zealand here in '97. And 208 horsepower, all pretty standard. Haven't actually done much in here, which is really nice, and to drive it actually felt really good. I say felt like it was maybe down a little bit on power, but not much, but maybe just needs a service. But it's a lovely engine bay again, lots going on, not much room to work on these for the mechanics, but yeah, it's really good condition. So onto the interior. Main thing is these lovely seats, and they are really nice, like a two-tone fabric, but very supportive. And I couldn't believe how good the ride is, but probably there's a lot of foam in these seats protecting you from the ride and the bump, so it feels absolutely great. I love the gear knob here. Steering wheel a little bit big, it got a little bit bigger with the airbag, but it feels nice to drive, no problem. Obviously a lot smaller in the limited edition cars. Nice interior, very functional, no problem with that, and using all the functions has been great. So it'd be nice if you could upgrade these to some sort of Apple CarPlay system, then I think I'd probably use it all the time. Like a cardboard type roof lining, not nice. The Lancia had a nice sway, but this is like a cardboard effect. But these are all kept very lightweight. Doors feel really light as well when you get in. Speakers down the bottom, if you can add some aftermarket stuff to that. But no, it's just a really nice place to be, the interior. So the back of the Subaru Impreza, I love this spoiler. They did have a low level, and ones even before that didn't have a spoiler at all. But it was a low level one, and then this mid one, which I really like, suits the car. I like having the brake light in the top, looks really smart. Nice bit of badging here, Subaru in big along here. I like the lights and the colour of them. Again, some people change them to the clear lights, but I actually like the orange and red. Big exhaust. Maybe have something a bit smaller than that myself, but yeah, it gives it that distinctive Subaru sound. On the back here you've got some speakers put in, but yeah, it's a lovely design, the back of this car, really like it. And moving on, I think we just want to talk about the wheels, so we're going to go over to there now, just have a look and show you how high a profile these are. So one of the main things I experienced on this car was obviously the superb ride quality. And when I had a look at the rims, I know why now, and the tyres especially, because we've got a 195 60 15. 60. So no wonder I was getting so much compliance and it felt so good. All the cars now come with such low profile tyres, they just don't give you that compliance. But I wanted to just show you that, because I can't even remember driving a 60 for ages, or even before, but yeah, it felt fantastic on the road. So I've absolutely loved driving this Subaru Impreza today. Standard, original car, standard horsepower, just the back box done, but it's absolutely fantastic. I've loved every minute of it. The ride has blown me away. I think it's a fantastic car to buy. Would I buy another one? Yes, I'd probably say I would. I think it just looks good, it drives great. You've got 4 doors, you've got 4-wheel drive, so many benefits for this car, and I can see why they're rising so much in value. The next video we want to put this with the 22B, we want to get Dean down, and we want to do a really nice video of both cars. And obviously, hopefully the 22B will survive my brother having it for the weekend. So please like and subscribe to our channel. We really want to get the numbers up and get the views and likes up. So yeah, see you again soon.